Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to work on week 34 Project Life. It's going to be a real quick one. I've just grabbed a few bits and pieces that I've had sitting around my desk and I'm going to use those today. So I've got some rainbow striped washi tape from the stamp market. I've got some little circular journaling spots from an old Heidi swap kit. From that same kit I've got some pink vellum alpha stickers, and I'm also going to use these everyday journaling cards and the 6x8 digital ledger paper from Citrus Twist. So I've got a few kind of different photos in here this week. I've got a little kind of trio of photos up in the top right hand corner of Lil. She was not feeling too well, so poor old thing had a wee abscess on her foot that needed bathing a couple of times a day. She was not happy about that. Those were the best photos I could get of her. She was definitely not standing still to allow me to take photos while she was having this torture happen to her. And instead of a sort of 4x6 photo down the bottom right this week, I've just put in a couple kind of movie posters from some new series that we've been watching, Loki and WandaVision. Just a little bit something different. I've also got a big bottle of gin, a giant bag of M&Ms, and a Patreon live stream photo. So a few quick photos to add in here. I figured they were perfect for these kind of journaling spots here. Now they say note to self on them, but I'm going to position them so that that portion of the journaling spot is kind of off the edge of the photos that I'm putting them on, because they will not be notes to self. I'm going to use them as little spots for stamping mostly, and so it doesn't need to say note to self, but the way that I want to position them, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to push that bit a little bit underneath the photo there. There's, I think, 5 or 6 different colors in there, and I've picked out 3. That gives me my visual triangle for the week. And so I've picked a yellow, a pink, and a teal. Of course, no doubt, had to be those 3. And I'm going to start by working on my title card this week. That's going to end up being kind of, I guess, the jumping off point for how everything else looks. Now I've just started really simply with just a strip of that washi tape. It's going to add a little bit of color into here. I don't have particularly colorful photos this week, and I've picked out some more kind of neutral cards there. So the washi tape and those little journal spots are really going to jump off the page. So same with these letters, they are super hot pink. I love them. They are a little bit transparent though, so I'm going to be careful that when I add them onto my page, I'm not overlapping any other colors. So this is really the only spot that I'm going to use these alphas in. There are enough E's that I'll be able to use them for another week, so I was super pleased with that. They were a little bit hard to peel off the sheet, so I'm just using some tweezers to stick them on. And also there's no numbers on here, so I didn't, not going to spell these out, the week number out with alphas. I'm just going to grab one of my favorite alpha, numeral sets. It's the Bolton Street numbers from Kelly Stamps. Nice and big and bold, and they're going to make a real statement next to that little hot pink week. Now I've already gone ahead and stuck down that journaling spot. I'm going to use that as a label to do my date stamping, and I'm going to do that in black, and so I'm also going to stamp these numbers in black as well. There are a few kind of obviously darker spots in these photos. You can see right here on the screen, like in the Loki poster, and you can see in the back of my computer screen in that larger 4x6 photo. So stamping in the black, it's just going to help kind of tie all that together. I did very nearly stamp 35. I managed to catch myself just in time because this is week 34. I don't think I would have been able to come back from that. I would have had to redo this card. Luckily, with it being a digital paper, that wouldn't have been such a huge issue. I just didn't want to have to do it. Now, like I said, I'm going to date stamp in this journaling spot. It's nice and big, so it fits in there nicely. But I just kind of like the layering that goes on, having that circle over top of the washi tape and the letters sitting there. Now I'm going to take these 2 journaling cards just straight over to my typewriter and type out my journaling onto them. Because it's kind of turning into quite a neutral sort of week, I decided to do my typing in pink just to add a little bit more color and kind of pull those brighter spots together. One of the cards kind of specifically tells the story about Lil and what was going on with her that week. And the other journaling card is just a little bit more general, kind of general covers the week. So because that was kind of, I guess, a big event here, Lil not being well, it sort of needed its own story, own spot to tell that. I wasn't going to be able to squeeze that into the kind of general journaling. Now I was a little bit concerned here because I've got these two circle spots and they're like directly underneath each other. I would normally prefer that with this like kind of visual triangle, they were a little bit offset, but because I added the title card one on the right hand side of that card, and really the logical space for me to put this 4x6 photo is in the same place, I didn't really love it. I did try to peel it off, but it didn't peel very well, so I'm just going to learn to live with it. It is the perfect spot for stamping a couple of these stamps from these Stacks On set from Kelly Stamps. I've added two on this one and one stamp on the other one next to my giant bag of M&Ms. I mean, yes, there is no better statement for a bag of M&Ms the size of your head. And the last card that I've got to work on is this kind of television card here. I did decide to swap those images. I mean, not that it makes a huge deal of difference, but just because I'm putting them in the order that we actually watched them that week rather than the other way around. Really, all I'm going to do to these is just add a couple of little pieces of that same washi tape because I've used it up there in the title card and then not used it anywhere else. So that gives that little bit of repetition. And that is this week all done. I told you it was going to be a quick one. I didn't have much time to spare, but I still managed to get a week of Project Life done. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to keep watching, I'm going to leave a couple more videos on screen for you. Otherwise, I'll see you again really soon. Bye.